World records are one of the best ways for those to benchmark their skills within their respective fields, and in the world of Fortnite, there is no shortage of categories to do so. Because Fortnite is such a diverse game, the range of records is very expansive. There are of course the standard records such as the most wins in the highest level, the in-game records such as the most eliminations in a squad's match, competitive records such as the most FNCS wins, and even official Fortnite speedruns done via creative mode maps. And many of these records are so unbelievable that they may never be beat. Here are 15 of Fortnite's greatest records that may never be topped. First are the general Fortnite records, such as player statistics, and for a long time now, the player with the most wins is Ship. Ship is a content creator and streamer who pretty much does nothing but grind wins, currently sitting at over 52,000 total. For the longest time, he has topped the global wins leaderboards in Fortnite. While this was very impressive back in the early days of Fortnite before competitive, it is much less so these days as most people who care about being the best veer towards competitive now. Nonetheless, being able to hold this title for so long and be so far ahead of everyone else is very impressive. And if the most global wins is mentioned, then global eliminations is sure to follow. Now most people probably remember the rivalry between High Distortion and Ninja to be the first to reach 100,000 eliminations. But who is in the lead now? Well, that title unsurprisingly belongs to Ship. If you do nothing but grind wins in pubs, then by proxy, you will probably end up with the most eliminations too. Ship's lifetime elimination count sits at over 607,000, which is over 145,000 ahead of the second place, which is Prospering. Very impressive to say the least. Next is the fastest time to reach the season level cap, which is 1001. Without glitches, this record is held by a player named Turns. In Chapter 4 Season 3, Turns would reach the level cap in just 32 days. To put that into perspective, it takes 80 million XP to reach this level, and as far as I know, the average win these days is granting about a mid 5 figures number of XP. Most players struggle to hit level 200 for their battle pass rewards. According to Turns, this was achieved by playing 20 hours a day, which is honestly more impressive than reaching level 1001 itself. Though, that is only the start of impressive world records, but before we get into more, drop a like and sub if you are enjoying the video so far. Now, in every game with a ranked ladder, there will always be speedruns from the lowest to the highest ranked, and Fortnite is no different. From its introduction in May of 2023, many have tried to go from Unranked to Unreal in the fastest time possible, and as of now, the fastest time to do so belongs to pro player NPen. On July 30th, 2024, NPen along with the squad would manage to go from Unranked to Unreal in just 7 hours and 52 minutes of in-game time. In-game time being key here, as the total time it took including queues was about 9 hours and 59 minutes. What's impressive about this record is that it was all done on stream, meaning that at any time, they could have had their record ruined by stream snipers. If ranked mode came out in 2023, then what was before it? Well, that was arena mode. Unlike ranked, arena mode tiered players on a collective point system known as hype. Through getting eliminations and placement, you gained points, and in Chapter 3 Season 1, this would be taken to the extreme. Two players, Claw and Bronos, would both put their heads down and do nothing but play arena. After countless 16+ hour days of grinding, Claw would be the first ever player to reach 1 million arena points, ending the season off with just over 1 million total. Now this record obviously can't be beaten in a literal sense, as arena doesn't even exist anymore, but even for the next 18 months arena mode existed, nobody even came close to beating it. The amount of time one would have to put in to just even get close was too much to ask for most players, which is what makes this record truly remarkable. Now, one record that has had a long history in Fortnite is the squad's kill record. Dating as far back as the game's release, players have been documenting records for this. As it stands now, the current record in a squad's game is 80. This record was set by Peterbot, Cold, Death, and Cash on February 7, 2024. 80 kills on a single squad's match is already impressive enough, as second place to this is only 74 as of now, but what makes this record impressive is that it was done in Unreal ranked, so the opponents were no slouches either, for the most part. If you want to see an expansive history of the squad's kill record, then check out my video on the history of the Fortnite squad's kill record after this one. The squad's kill record is one of Fortnite's most renowned achievements, but if there is one achievement that may get even more praise, it is the solo squad's kill record. It is pretty self-explanatory why solo squads is difficult, especially getting high kill games in it, which is why records aren't broken frequently. As of now, the solo squad's kill record sits at 52, which was set by pro player Reet on May 9th, 2024. This is probably one of the most mind-blowing records out there, as it was done in Unranked. Additionally, Reet was streaming the entire thing, just talking to chat like it was another Tuesday. To give some context on how hard getting 52 kills in solo squads is, the previous record was set a whole 5 years prior, on February 20th, 2019 by Camo, when he would get 46 kills in a solo squads match. The next set of unbeatable world records to discuss are those in Fortnite competitive. The biggest one being the title of having the most FNCS wins. Currently, this record is a three-way tie between Epic Whale, Arkram, and Miro, who all have 6 titles to their name, and this record will likely never be beat, at least for the foreseeable future. All 3 players are unlikely to net another FNCS win in their careers. Arkram quit the game in August of 2022. Miro has recently been falling off pace, not qualifying for FNCS Globals, and in general just grinding less. And Epic Whale, while he did qualify to Globals, is also much past his prime and very unlikely to win in FNCS. And the potential for other players to catch up really isn't there either. After FNCS Globals, there won't be another FNCS until the start of 2025. So, the 3 players with 5 FNCS wins, Tayson, King, and PHN, will not be catching up anytime soon. Recently, Tayson has been on a downturn and even failed to qualify for Globals. As for PHN and King, there is a chance they may eventually pass 6 FNCS wins as they both play on Brazil, which is notably easier than NA and EU, but in the meantime, the joint tie of 6 FNCS wins will remain for a long time. Now that the players with the most FNCS wins have been covered, who holds the record for the most game wins in an FNCS Grand Finals? Well, that title is a tie between 2 duos, being Queasy and Vino in Chapter 4 Season 2, and PHN and Kitos in Chapter 3 Season 1. Both duos managed to get a staggering 6 wins in FNCS Grand Finals, meaning they won 50% of the games in their respective tournaments. Winning 50% of your games in any finals lobby is already impressive enough, but doing so in the biggest tournament of the season is unthinkable. But what is even crazier is that neither of these teams holds the world record for most points in an FNCS Grand Finals. That title goes to Peterbot and Poyo, who would rack up 1,092 points in the Chapter 5 Season 2 Grand Finals on NA. Peterbot and Poyo essentially conditioned the entirety of NA prior to this performance, so many expected them to dominate, but nobody expected this level of domination. This was the first time a team ever passed 1,000 points in an FNCS Grand Finals, and it is highly unlikely a show of domination to this magnitude will ever happen again. Through its competitive scene, Fortnite has birthed many superstars, old and young, but mostly young, so seeing a player above the age of 20 win an FNCS is a rarity. But who is the oldest FNCS winner of all time? Well, that title belongs to an Australian player named Speedy, who won the Chapter 2 Season 6 Grand Finals on OCE at 23 years and 7 months old. This narrowly beats out Zexro, who won the Season X FNCS Grand Finals on NA East at 23 years and 5 months old. While both of these players have long since quit Fortnite, there are still plenty of boomers playing at the pro level today, so shout out to them. While the glory that comes with winning in Fortnite is something every competitive player seeks out, the money is a much welcome addition as well. So who is the highest earned Fortnite player of all time? Well, to nobody's surprise, it is Bugha. Bugha has earned a total of $3.7 million playing Fortnite, with the $3 million he won from World Cup making up 80% of the total. Unfortunately, nobody has done the calculations on who has the most earnings without World Cup, but that would be interesting to see. What we do know though is the highest earned Fortnite player from exclusively online tournaments. While LANs matter of course, the vast majority of tournaments in Fortnite's history have been played online, and at just over 1 million earned from online tournaments, Tayson holds this record. Unless of course you count Anas, who is currently sitting at 1.4 million. However, only 400,000 of that 1.4 million is actually from tournaments. The other 1 million is from winning the MrBeast tournament that happened in December of 2022. While the win was impressive, it doesn't really count as a tournament, so take it as you will. Finally, there are the records set in creative mode maps. The sheer depth of creative allows there to be a great variety of records that differ drastically from the typical records seen in Fortnite. The most iconic of these records is likely Mongraal's edit course. This map went viral when it was first released in early 2019, though after a few months the hype around it died down. However, a small community still exists around the map. On February 10, 2024, a French player by the name of Snaz48 would set a new record of 1 minute and 52 seconds. Out of all records on the list, this one is probably the most beatable due to how niche it is, so maybe give it a shot if you want to be a world record holder. And last is Fortnite Only Up. This map was also a viral sensation for the first few months it was out, but it has died down a bit. Currently, the record holder is Squiddle, who achieved a 7 minute and 38 second run on June 23, 2024. Squiddle is pretty well known for being exclusively a Fortnite Only Up grinder, so this record will likely stand for a long time to come. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see similar content, then like, subscribe, follow my socials, and check out the video on your screen now.